Good evening and welcome to Northwood University. My name is Lauren Bess and I'm an admissions representative for the DeVos Graduate School at Northwood University. Tonight kicks off our new speaker series, and in this series you will hear from our DeVos faculty and staff and their area of expertise. Tonight we will learn how to recession-proof your career with Beth Bryce. Beth has served as the Director of Career Services at Northwood University for the past decade. She is a certified Master of Career Services with 20 years experience with Fortune 500 companies. Beth is an adjunct professor, writer, published author, and speaker. Her 2018 TEDx talk is titled, Ignite Your Life Revolution. Welcome, Beth.
Well, hey, on behalf of our Career Services team, thank you so much, Lauren, and thank you to the DeVos Graduate School of Management for inviting me this evening. Hello, everyone. I'm grateful to kick off the new year with you. So let's just dive in. At the beginning of January, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported the job market cooled in December with the smallest gain in new jobs over the past 2 years, despite boasting a 3.5% unemployment rate. Some economists are predicting job decline this year as the economy tips into a recession. And so I thought when I was creating this presentation, I'd ramble at great length about how organizations are freezing positions and laying off workers, but thankfully I decided to trash that noise and talk about what's really on my mind, which is 2023 has the absolute potential to be an incredible year for your career growth if you are willing to take strategic action steps and make a calculated decision to accelerate your career versus sitting in a holding pattern. So lately, I've been having 2 to 3 conversations a day with professionals who are concerned about the state of their careers. And I'll give you an example, and it may resonate with you. So yesterday, I spoke with a young professional in HR recruiting for a top-notch firm, bored with her role, has heard grumblings of a reorg, and not sure if she should leave, and not even sure what her next role will be. But within 30 minutes of our call, she walked away with a solid plan. We talked about trends in finance recruiting, which is down, uncovered her passion for diversity, equity, and inclusion, identified local professional organizations she should plug into to find mentors in the DEI space, and reach out within her company to ask if job shadowing within the HR team is possible, or volunteering for DEI projects. By the end of our call, she felt empowered and is on track to level up this year with or without her company. And this is what I want for you. So let's just agree an uncertain economy can result in surprises, and the not knowing can drive us a tad bit nutty, right? So stay positive. Not only could you receive a promotion, yes, a promotion, you could possibly find your next dream job. Frankly, it's all about positioning yourself. You are the master of your career destiny. So on that note, I'm going to walk you through 5 strategies to help your career be resilient and help you thrive in the year ahead. So fasten your seatbelt. I love to hand out homework. You'll also see the document posted in the chat stream. Let me see if I can get that over there for you. You might get the copy of this presentation, so that might be helpful for you. Not sure. Anyways, we'll go with it. So the 5 strategies to recession-proof your career. Number 1 is look and listen. Understand your organization's financial health. Keep your ear to the ground at your company. Ask yourself, have there been rounds of layoff in the past? When and why? Is there transparency on its financial outlook or tap dancing? Is the leadership team visible? And what is the consistency of their communication to all employees? These are questions that are great indicators of what's to come within your organization. Follow industry trends. Talk of a recession can be confusing. Are we in a recession or not? How long, when exactly, it's confusing, right? So here's what you can do. Keep an eye on industry trends. Identify the areas where your industry is struggling or thriving, and where does your company fall in that spectrum, and watch how other sectors are faring if they impact your field. So, for example, technology. Last week, Amazon announced additional layoffs, about 1% of their workforce, 18,000 employees, predominantly corporate seats. Now, that might be good information to know if your company is in a tech, retail, or shipping logistics space. That makes sense? Make sure where to look for industry trends. If you're not sure, here are a couple of solid resources for just the facts. Department of Labor, DOL.gov, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS.gov, and Lightcast, which is a global leader in labor market analytics. Check out the free reports right now, summarizing last year, currently downloadable on their website at lightcast.io. So look in those spaces for your industry trends. Take your manager's pulse. If your manager is distant, MIA, or tough to work for, pay closer attention. Get clarity from your boss. Try to find out where you stand without appearing insecure. It's okay to seek feedback on your projects and performance. Ask how you can be of greater value. Keep it light, no drama. Checking in is a good practice, especially now, okay? Take initiative. In other words, become indispensable. The more value you bring to your company, the more secure your job becomes. Volunteer for assignments, build your resume. Stay away from coworkers whining about the state of affairs. Focus on remaining positive and look for creative solutions. It's a good time to put in extra effort, be a team player, and please, we beg of you, please be positive. Employees who meet these criteria and have a great attitude are often the last to be laid off. Toxic coworkers, not so much. All right. So strategy number two, update your accomplishments. Do you have a kudos file filled with success stories? Create it or update it. Third-party endorsements are invaluable, my friends, especially now. Collecting email accolades is simple. You just drop and drag the email that you received into a success folder on email, right? Your file might include congratulation notes, special recognition, or great job on that project. But most importantly, now is a good time to update your recommendation letters. Start with people you would use as job resources. Ask them to write a letter. Get on that. Like yesterday. This is where a lot of applicants fall short. You'll wish you had them when you need them. There is an art to asking for rec letters. Reach out to me if you need guidance. All right, the resume, right? Add metrics. When creating or editing your resume, showcase your accomplishments with metrics and impact, rather than just focusing on responsibilities. Show potential employers how effective you are so they can picture you creating the similar results when they hire you. People hire people to solve problems. People hire people to solve problems. So while it's essential to convey your skills on a resume and your experience, the most powerful information you can give is what sets you apart from other applicants, your results. So I'll give you an example from my own resume. A typical bullet line on a career coach's resume may read something like, conducts career coaching sessions. That's a big yawn, right? So optimize with metrics sounds something like, has conducted 20,000 hours of career coaching over the past 10 years, contributing to a 92% graduate employment rate. Which one is more impressive? The metrics, right? So update your resume with concrete results where you can. Numbers, numbers, numbers. So LinkedIn, if you're nervous about your current position and want to stick your toe in the job market, it goes without saying to make sure your digital presence is up to date. Also, it's time to increase your visibility and your credibility. How do you do that? You follow companies, potential employers, you like their posts, you reshare content in your area of expertise. Weigh in on industry trends. Believe me, recruiters, future employers, and potential clients are watching you, what you're doing and what you're not doing. So have a powerful presence, increase your brand. Network, network, network. 85% of jobs are found through networking. I feel like I repeat this every single day. And you know this. I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. Establishing a solid network and staying connected with your network is a skill that is relevant in all economic situations. You have a strong network, your odds of securing a job or promotion even are higher. If you've neglected your professional network, not suggesting you have, but now's the time to reconnect with friends and former colleagues who may be in a position to help identify job leads, introduce you to potential employers, and offer resources that could help you with your search. You don't have to jump ship right now, but it doesn't hurt to be proactive. Think of this as a life jacket, okay? In the same vein as networking, informational interviews are such an effective way to learn about other industries and companies and different roles. You don't have to be looking for a new job to learn about somebody else's job. You're just being curious, be in a state of wonder, do research, Google informational interviews, more details on the how to, okay? Number 3 is upskill. Invest in your future with continued learning. In the latest Insight Global Survey from November 22nd, this might shock you, but 73% of American workers say the fear of a possible recession has motivated them to focus on improving their skill set and knowledge to help ensure they keep their job or they level up. So, look for gaps in your skills and experience to improve your chances of landing a new role. Do you have outdated certifications? Need to finally get that degree? Or is there new technology on the market that would be useful in a new position that you're targeting? If so, use this time to increase your value through continued ed. I feel like we mastered this during the pandemic. Learning how to bake sourdough bread is a fabulous skill. Please send me a loaf to the Midland campus, okay? But I'm talking about getting SAP certified, for example, which we offer at Northwood. Our spring session starts next week. 87% of the world's Fortune 1000 companies use this software. You might want to jump on that if it fits you. You get my point. So in other words, move on your interests. Show senior leaders in your organization that you have the drive to lead and the passion and the dedication to improve your skills. Industry organizations, I challenge you to network with thought leaders in your industry through professional organization. Attend conferences, serve on committees, write articles. You're smart. Share your knowledge, volunteer, possibly present. You'll gain insight into different aspects of your industry, and you're likely to discover opportunities that you wouldn't have known on your own. So maintaining professional relationships and keeping a pulse on your industry will unlock possibilities for your career. I promise you this. 4, if you listened to me before and you followed me, you know how passionate I am about the gig economy. I firmly believe everyone should have 2 to 3 revenue streams. Fits in nicely with Northwood entrepreneurial mindset. That concludes side hustles and part-time employment. Don't rely on just one way of making money. That's the best anti-crisis strategy. and this was certainly validated through COVID, ideally having 2 to 3 gigs in different verticals and different skill sets to diversify your income and minimize risks makes good sense. If one of your gigs shuts down, you'll have a much easier time finding a replacement for, say, 30% of your income rather than losing everything at once. On a side note, this is very interesting. Self-employment rose to a 10-year high last year. This from a 2022 Lightcast study. The number of Americans, working Americans with side hustles, this is surprising, has risen to 93%. Okay, so here's the caveat. If you can perform well at your primary job, right, we want to do that, and hold a non-competing side gig, you're protecting your interests should layoffs be around the corner. And maybe afford that dream vacation to Bali. Now that's what I'm talking about, right? And let me know when you're flying out because I'll start packing my suitcase. Okay, so but if it's not Bali, then build up a cash reserve. If you follow Dave Ramsey and other financial planners, everyone always suggests having a 6-month emergency fund. Dash cash, that's no joke. Having enough savings gives you more time and latitude and confidence in making your next career move. Be smart, have a nest egg on hand, and it will help you navigate an unexpected job search. Be mindful. Every $10,000 in salary you hope to earn is about a 1-month average job search. So if you're looking for 90 grand in salary, annual salary, that's about a 9-month job search on average. Now, before you jump off the cliff, you can cut that time in half by the amount of networking you're doing, right? Keeps coming back to the networking. Finally, one of the most important strategies I believe in is to manage your mindset. If this isn't on point, you will not have the energy to attempt the other strategies. Maintain a strong sense of optimism. Be in a state of gratitude and positivity. Include the people you bring into your circle. Positive people. Enter your conversations, your interviews, your emails with confidence and positive energy. Because when times are tough, an optimistic, strategic thinker is more attractive than a negative person with a victim mentality. Who do you want to hang around with? Don't choose the coworker who fuels gossip and fear. Stay away. Set a high standard and you'll stand out to leaders. Now, I want to talk to you about a morning practice. This might be a new concept for you. I've studied highly successful people, and they have a morning practice to set their intention and fire up their mojo for the day. I just heard on a podcast a couple of days ago, 87% of Westerners reach for their phone first thing as soon as they wake up in the morning. So rather, I'm suggesting use this rise and shine time for either exercise, meditation, journaling, reading, whatever helps you get in a good headspace for the day. It's not scrolling social media and checking your email. It could just be a simple 20-minute focus on you. Make yourself a priority before you start your day. If this is a new concept for you, check out an easy read by Hal Elrod, E-L-R-O-D, Hal Elrod, The Miracle Morning, the not so obvious secret guaranteed to transform your life. That's the name of the title, Miracle Morning. I assure you it will transform your life. And one of the best things you can do for your career is to stay positive and remember how awesome you are. Feel beaten down and are struggling with your mindset, and who doesn't at some point? Consider this exercise that I hand out to folks. I want you to list all your major accomplishments over the last, let's say, 5-10 years. Maybe you could even do decades to remind yourself of your value. You'll likely be astounded. You'll be reminded of your awesomeness, but also that you historically have made good decisions in your career, and you will continue to make good decisions when it comes to your career. So as I wrap up, it's easy to move to a place of fear when the economy is unpredictable. But I want you to stay focused, determined, and if you put your goals in writing, you go through this checklist and ignore all the external noise, right? Surround yourself with positive people. You'll maximize your mindset and recession-proof your career. I'm willing to bet that you will even come out the other side of 2023 in an even better position than you can even imagine. I really believe that. So I hope these strategies were a good reminder and helpful. Make this your best year yet. It's really time to level up yourself personally and professionally. You know, it's easy to hit a plateau and stay there. Use this time to your advantage because, you know, more than likely, a great deal of the population are in fear-based mode. Don't be that person. And if you're a Northwood grad or student, remember you have Career Services for Life. It's such a huge benefit to have a champion on your team that genuinely cares about you. Reach out to our career team at career@northwood.edu. Otherwise, please feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. I'd be happy to add you to my network and answer your questions there. So good luck to you. That's it.
Thank you so much, Beth, for that wonderful presentation. And that checklist is something I'll certainly be keeping at my desk, and just a reminder, just always keep moving forward and being positive. So thank you so much for that. And the book recommendation as well. If you don't mind, can you put that title in the chat for everyone, just so that
sure.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
So as we wrap up with our presentation today, if you're thinking that you may need a next career change or thinking that you just might need some change in this new year, I do want to let everyone know that we do offer some graduate programs. We offer an MBA, a Master of Business Administration, 4 Master of Science degrees, organizational leadership, finance, business analytics, and human resources, and we also offer a Doctor of Business Administration degree. All of these programs have flexible class formats, 8-week courses, capstone projects, a dedicated graduate advisor, and scholarships are available. And we don't require the GMAT or the GRE. Our next upcoming starts for the Master of Science programs are March 13th, May 15th, and all programs again start August 28th for our fall semester. If you enjoyed this session today, I encourage you to tune in February 22nd at 6 p.m. to learn, lead, and success in 2023 with Dr. Matt O'Connor. If you are thinking about graduate school or just want to get in contact and have a conversation about how you can grow yourself personally and professionally, I encourage you to write down my email, my cell phone number. I'm here to help serve you and help anyone that I can. Thank you so much for attending our session today. It was great seeing all of you, and we look forward to working with you in the future. I'm just going to check the chat just to make sure we don't have any messages. And I think we're good. I don't see any. So again, thank you, everyone. Please jot down our information, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Have a great year.